Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are talking about the one of the topic that is city creation, and in this city creation basically we are talking about this topic that is 100 plane basically which is getting crashed in the Himalaya mountain and the Mount Everest basically, which is tracked by the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister basically. That time basically Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister that was Rajnath Singh basically. And few people says that basically the incidents basically which was happened in the World Trade Center, that is basically 100% sure basically it was accident basically, it was not planned basically. And in this basically the USA basically told that basically that was planned basically, that was story created by the George Bush group basically. That time basically the George Bush basically was handling the USA basically, and left was Clinton basically. Left was Clinton basically. So one of the people say basically whether it is correct or not though, somebody tried to expose basically the plane basically incidents basically is happening basically. That's why basically he displayed in front of the world basically, in front of America basically, that something basically is happening basically in you with your people basically in plane basically, and that was plane crash basically. In that basically the Indian public basically was giving the information basically that see basically that person basically, that American person, no, they basically he has not came basically yet, he has not came yet basically, and the Indian group basically calls them basically, no, they have not came basically. Like this basically the Indian group basically was giving the information to the Indian public basically, that was USA Indian people basically. And in this one of the person told that basically without USA government basically that is possible basically. Then it told that no. So USA government is also by default involved na basically. USA government is involved in this basically. 100% involved na basically. So one of the person told that why basically they are involved basically into this. Why they are killing their people only basically. In plane. That also in Himalaya and Mount Everest basically. Few people says that basically it is educational error basically which are we are getting solved basically. So like this basically they are solving the education error. Might be possible because anything basically, for example I am not getting job basically, right? So up to what level basically I am going to do the stuff basically. One of the person literally asked the question basically, up to what level Sunil you are going to do the thing basically. Then he told that let me see basically what up to what level I can go on basically. Because in this basically literally the entire Indian nationality came basically. Why? Because entire India basically is watching cricket basically. So the cricket industry told that basically हम तो जाएंगे भाई, तुमको भी लेके डूबेंगे. So cricket industry is like that basically. See basically, हम तो डूबे हैं, तुमको भी लेके डूबेंगे. That is cricket industry basically. They have taken the entire India basically. Entire basically 190 crore people basically love cricket basically. That means they are watching. That means they have taken the entire cricket only into that basically. Sorry, entire public into that basically. So you can just imagine basically. So one of the person told that basically, without anyone permission basically, you can't earn a 1 rupees also basically. So that is this group basically. Without this group basically, you can't earn a single rupees in this world basically. Without this group basically, you can't earn a single rupees basically in this world. This basically, because in universe basically nobody don't know anything about the money basically. They just only know basically, are you, this group is creating problem to you? Yes basically. Wind up the entire city only basically. They just wind up the entire city basically. So one of the universe person told that this group is creating problem to you basically. Let me see if anything basically I can do basically. Let me see basically anything I can do basically. So like this basically, it connected to this basically. So one of the person told that one SIM basically he is handling the entire internet of the world basically, and one SIM owner basically is handling the entire world internet basically. So one SIM is handling the entire internet. So the thing basically which I sent basically, the thing means this basically, the resume basically which I sent basically, one day it's going to affect to this one person also basically. But he's a one internet basically. That means he might have planned in advance basically. If antivirus basically, what to say, antibiotic basically, if anything is going to affect to him basically, then he is going to well prepared basically. He will be well prepared basically. Same way basically, this is going to affect to one day Rajnath Singh also basically, because World Trade Center basically was done in 2011 basically. Sorry, 2001 basically, not 11 basically. So 2001 basically the World Trade Center was attacked basically. That was actually not planned. That was accident basically. By default basically it was shifted to the World Trade Center basically, and that was shifted basically by the some group basically. That is 100% sure basically. So somebody want to say the information that basically this is basically happening to your city basically, sorry, to your country basically. So save your country basically if possible basically, and that is White House basically. The group are who are basically finishing entire America basically, sitting the White House basically. So one of the person told that basically, who is basically sitting in the White House. So just see up to what level things is going to. So USA President Joe Biden basically. Lots of people say that ये तो गुजराती है basically. No, how basically he can be Gujarati here basically? No, he is not Gujarati basically. One of the people told basically whether it is correct or not, and he is connected with the German group basically. Each and every Gujaratis basically they are connected with the Germany group basically, who created the Gujarati. And German group basically are keeping in front of Gujaratis, and then basically they are doing their task basically. But that is not possible basically. Then one of the person told who is basically Indian in front of the world basically. That is, let me see basically how many Indians. See basically, she is Indian basically. See, Kamala Harris. So let me basically speak his wow basically his words. Just a minute. English to Gujarati.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. In Gujarati language. In English?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. And in Gujarati?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. And now in France?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. France to Russia.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala
Harris. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris.
Kamal Harris. So see the language difference basically. See the language difference basically. See the language. Just in language basically there is so big difference basically. So you can just imagine the difference basically which is happening, might be happening in this basically. It will be the big difference basically. Big difference basically. So one of the person told that basically, is the entire language is connected and getting filtered to one language basically. Whatever language energy basically is there basically, that is getting filtered to one language basically. In next video basically we are going to see that if what is that one filtration language basically.